Kenai, come! Right here. Oh, good girl. Good girl. Kenai, come! Come! Good girl. Good girl. Okay, I want to teach you guys how I taught my dog to have nearly 100% recall. This is super, 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 super important when you have a dog, especially when you have a dog that is an outdoor dog like Kenai, who is a blue tick hound. Now, she is fully an outdoor dog. She will travel, she'll go several ridges over tracking some scent or whatever. And she'll also, with hounds, as soon as they get a scent of something, then like half their brain turns off and it's just, they are wired to that scent and they just can't be distracted from it. And so when I got her, I wanted to be 100% certain that I would never lose her while we were out in the wilderness or whatever, to a scent or to something else. I wanted her to listen to me and be obedient. And after trying all the things that I could find on the internet of getting her to have good recall, it was hard because she is a small prey driven dog. So she likes to chase after small prey, whether it's a cat or a squirrel or a small dog or something. She just sees it and she wants to go after it. But that's, she's a coon hound. Like, that's what she's meant to do. She's meant to tree things. And so I wanted to be sure that she would be obedient and that I wouldn't have to worry about her when I let her off the leash. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I did that and things that I tried that did not work out for me. So let's get right into it. I should probably add that I am not a professional dog trainer whatsoever. I have not been trained on how to train a dog, but this is from my own personal experience and just lots of trial and error that I had with my own dog and how I was able to find things that worked for me and that worked for Kenai. Okay, so some of the things that I tried to do with my dog when she was a puppy to train her to have a good recall was all the basic things like having a super long rope and kind of having her go to the end of the rope and then calling her if she didn't come. You kind of just tug on it. I did that over and over and over and over again, and it never worked. It just did not work. Like it might have done a little bit, like it got her used to her name and used to the word come, but it never taught her obedience. She's never done good on a leash or a rope. And trust me, I have done hours of training with her on these things, but it just never worked for her. And maybe the methods that I use, maybe I wasn't patient enough. I don't know. Like, maybe it is something that I did. But I found a tool that helped me significantly and that absolutely changed everything. And it's called the Sport Dog Collar. You see that? That is the Sport Dog. This is the remote. And I'll have her come. Kenai, come! We're up on the hills, and so she's I let her kind of go as far away as she wants. But so the Sport Dog Collar, the one that I have goes half a mile away, so she can run half a mile away and it'll still work. Now, it is not a shock collar whatsoever. It has absolutely no pain. It's not painful. And so what it does, Kenai, come! So when I started training her to use recall, I barely ever have to use the remote. It's for just in case, if she really is hooked on something, on a scent or something, and she just wants to go after it. So I'll do this. So there's a couple buttons here, but really you only need to use the top one right here. And so you have different settings. So So if you look here, see if we can get it to focus on that. So maybe I stand up. There we go. So you have the VT, and that's like vibration and a tone. So it makes a noise. So it's when it's on this setting, it makes a noise. But then if you turn the dial, that is like, it's kind of like a vibration. So it's something that she feels, but it's not painful. I've put it on my own hand, and I tried it on myself before I put it on her, because she was probably 8 months when I first used this on her. So after that point, I got her when she was 8 weeks old, and after that point, nothing was working. So that's why I decided to try this out. So we have it on the tone right now, and I'm gonna call her. Can I come? I'm not gonna press it yet because we're gonna see if she comes on my. I always make sure to see if she comes on my first call, and she is. She's coming right there. And every time that she comes, I stick my hand out so that she has somewhere to go. And she'll come. Yeah. And she'll tap her nose on my hand. Sit. Good girl. And then she'll sit. Look at me. Wait. And before she leaves, I make her look at me, make eye contact with me, so that she knows it's okay for her to take off again. Kenai. I just wait. Okay. And then I let her go. So the way that I started this is, you kind of got to be careful because you want it to really be positive reinforcement. You don't want your dog to see the collar and freak out and fear the collar. Every time that she sees the collar, she freaks out because she's super excited. She knows that means we get to leave and we get to go up to the mountains. We get to go tracking. We get to go do all these fun things. So I made sure that she got used to the collar before I even used it. So every time that we went out on a walk, I put the collar on her, and then we'd go. So she got used to seeing that collar, and she was like, oh, every time that I get this on, that means we get to leave the backyard. We get to go out. And so she's got this really positive, it's a very positive thing for her. Now, when I started to use it, I only used the tone. I did not use the vibration. Now, when you first use this on your dog, it might scare them a little bit because it's totally foreign. They're not used to it. That's normal. That's okay. And so when you call them and they don't come, then you press the button and it sends the tone. And then if they come running back to you, they're probably going to be a little scared. And you can they'll probably come running back to you, might put their head between your legs. And then just reassure them that everything's okay, that everything is fine. And then tell them that they can go out again. And then you can do that a few times and really try not to use the vibration or the stimulation before you use the tone. Really try to use the tone first. So let's try it again. This time I'm going to call her, have her come back, and then I'll click it just so you can hear the tone. Can I come? Here she comes, right there. She must have gone all the way down the hill, but she's running and jumping. Come here, Kenai, come here. And encourage them when they're coming after you. When they're coming for you, encourage them. Make it really exciting. Good girl. Good job. Okay, sit. Good. Look. She has to look at me. Okay. Okay, another thing that can really help this to make it be a little more of a fun process is when you call them, get them really excited about it. Like I was just saying, run with them a little bit. I'll show you an example. Kenai, come. All right, come here, girl. Good girl. And then you just start running. Good girl. Come here. Good girl. Good job. There, and then they get really excited. So, yeah, so that's what I love. Here, come here. I'm gonna show them the tone. Okay, this is what you can hear what the tone sounds like. You hear that? That's what it sounds like. Now she doesn't get frightened at all when I use that. And Rarely do I ever have to use the vibration. Hardly ever. She's really good. She's a really, really good dog. She's gotten used to it, and this has worked phenomenally for her. I can take her on walks without the leash, and she'll stay with me. She responds really, really well to this. And again, it's something that's positive for her. She doesn't fear it. She actually loves putting the collar on because it means adventure. It means we get to get out and go do some fun things. So yeah, I hope you liked this video, and I hope that it encouraged you to train your dog and make sure that your dog has good recall for many reasons. I mean, it's for safety reasons, especially, if you ever lose your dog, if they ever get out, they'll, you want to make sure that they'll come right back to you. I only keep the collar on Kenai when we're outside, just in case something happens, because she is a hound, and it is her instinct to just follow whatever scent her nose picks up. And but again, I don't have to use it that often, but it is really reassuring for me and a comfort to me to know that this is always a backup. I'll always have this, and this always assures that she will have nearly 100% recall. Also, this is not a sponsored video whatsoever. I just wanted to share my experience because teaching a dog recall can be super difficult and can be a huge challenge. And yeah, so hope you enjoyed it, and hope you have a good day. See you on the next one.